So the government of Ghana is making frantic efforts to vaccinate Ghanaians against the coronavirus pandemic. Now, this notwithstanding, the government, particularly the president, has been drumming home the need for citizens to strictly observe the COVID-19 protocols. However, this was not the case over the weekend when scores of mourners thronged Sakra Uno, which is the hometown of former Forestry Commission CEO and one-time General Secretary of the NPP, Kojo Osefri, popularly known as Sir John, to bid him farewell. Now, particularly worrying about this situation is the fact that we had top government officials from the president to the vice president, top hierarchy of the NPP government, and government officials in general visiting the hometown to bid farewell to Sir John. Now, with all these funeral rites going on, one thing that was observed and has been condemned by Ghanaians is the blatant disregard for the COVID-19 protocols. Ghanaians have been talking, Ghanaians have been complaining, and one group that has joined in condemning the government and the president in particular is pressure group Occupy Ghana. Today on the City Newsroom, I've been joined by a member of the group, JJ Segbefia, to tell us more about the statement that has been released by Occupy Ghana to condemn what happened over the weekend. Thank you very much, JJ, for joining us on the City Newsroom. If you can hear me loud and clear, could you kindly bring us up to speed on some of the concerns raised in your statement?
So we know that currently we are under some Imposition of Restrictions Act, where there's a set number of people who can be present at the funeral. We've also got social distancing for churches and for so many other organizations. And all these things are happening. In fact, you're very much aware that police forces were deployed into the nation's capital to stop a group of people from demonstrating and registering their displeasure with the way the country was being run. And so we are all aware of all these issues going on. Then you have a person, a politician that died through COVID-19. And then you have thousands of ministers, people of the executive, MPs, and so on and so forth, trooping to this person's meeting where only 1 in 9 people is wearing a mask. Clearly, you get the sense that there are different rules that apply to different people. And our concern in these instances are why the government, and in this case, the president and the executive, feel that it is okay to apply different rules to different situations when we are in a pandemic where, and every now and then, you've got a new variant making the rounds, trying to kill everybody.
Right, so for now, we are anticipating, or you are anticipating, that there might be some increase in the number of cases, a spike in the number of COVID-19 cases. What should we do? What should citizens do? What should government do? What should the president do?
Well, right now, since the government hasn't shown the commitment to this, treating this virus in how they behave during the funeral, it's up to us to protect each other. If those who know better cannot apply their mental faculties to implementing the very rules that they themselves have set, then it falls to us to protect each other. Remember that when the Duke of Edinburgh died, and this is a person of global stature, we had only 30 people at his funeral. Our government did the exact opposite. Instead of recognizing the seriousness of the situation, we threw all caution to the wind and then attended a funeral without paying attention to the rules that it had itself set for us. If they had told everybody that the maximum allowed is 30 people, people would have respected that. But no such directive went forth from government. It acted irresponsibly, and if there is a bigger effect where you have a super spreader kind of event happening in 3 weeks' time, we will hold government accountable, and on its head will be the consequences of the death of all the people who were there.
Thank you very much, JJ. Right, so I've been speaking with a member of pressure group Occupy Ghana who has released a statement in condemning government's blatant disregard for COVID-19 protocols at the just-ended final funeral rites of Kojo Osefri, popularly known as Sir John. This is the City Newsroom on City TV.